the alien abduction of Gerry Battles. He says that extraterrestrials told him how our world will end. Irish Mirror, the digital voice and online edition of the Irish Daily Mirror newspaper, reported the spine-chilling tale of an Irish man named Gerry Battles who was abducted by extraterrestrials and wherein he was told by these aliens how our world will end. 61 years old, Gerry Battles from Pallascarney, County Limerick, is a retired carpenter, and he claims that he was walking home after 2 Christmas drinks with a pal when he crossed paths with real-life extraterrestrials. He reported that during the time he was in their holding, he was paralyzed and he was confronted with a cone-headed extraterrestrial. He, along with the extraterrestrials, traveled to the North Pole in the blink of an eye, Gerry says. He also recalled being warned of Earth's impending doom during the encounter as he walked home from the Seven Sisters pub in Kildimo. The encounter was on December 26, 2001. He says, I was only minutes away from my house. It was a clear, dry night. You could have read a book with the light of the night sky, but I was not drawn by the light of the stars or the moon, but by a bright, surgical white light coming from the other end of the boreen. After being pulled towards the white light, he remembers finding himself aboard a spacecraft with about 40 others, all in a subdued state, standing motionless like statues. They were all male, of different age groups, all standing shoulder to shoulder like mannequins, Gerry says. He says, I remember one man next to me wearing a Columbo-style coat and hat. We were all in a state of paralysis. I could only move my eyes, so I couldn't see much, he said. The next thing I remember, floating into another bigger chamber with a 360-degree viewing deck, it was then I saw the extraterrestrial. And he goes on to say, I couldn't tell how big he was or even if he had arms or legs. All I remember is his big cone head and his beautiful, ginormous eyes. They were jet black, almost like mirrors, he said. He spoke to me through telepathy and said, you are not terrified like the others. Gerry asked, no, I'm not. Should I be? The alien then asked him what he would like to see. And Gerry said the North Pole, came to his instant reply. In the blink of an eye, they were transported to the North Pole, which Gerry says was like driving through a snowstorm at 500 miles an hour. Gerry admitted that everyone he has revealed this fantastical story to thinks he is a lunatic and laughs off by interrogating him if he has any history of mental illness, to which the answer is no. Gerry has no history of mental illness. Gerry believes that the people who don't believe his tale are naive and have small imaginations. He further revealed that the extraterrestrial warned him that mankind will wipe off the face of the earth in the similar manner as dinosaurs did, Earth getting hit by a giant asteroid. The extraterrestrial told him that mankind has come a long way, however, they are running out of time. The alien said, in 850 years from now, a giant asteroid the size of Munster is going to obliterate your planet. The asteroid will approach your planet from the 35th quadrant, the alien said. We are 4 million light years more advanced than you are. We have been observing you for millennia. In all that time, you have only excelled in 2 things, global warfare and lying to your own species. You must use the Force, be one with the Force, harness the Force, the alien advised. Gerry also asserted that he was asked not to trust the government and the banks, as they have been lying to us since day one. He was unable to recall how long the abduction lasted and had no memory of it afterwards until the coat he was wearing that night was found on the roof of the regional hospital. He said, I have no idea how it got there. It was only after having the coat returned to me that the events of December 26, 2001 started to come back to me. He is of the belief that this case will be heard by the scientists and said that the truth will definitely be unveiled. So what do you people think? Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. This is on Infinity Explorers by Ansh Srivastava. My Patreon account The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.